Hey guys, this is Matt once again. This is my last review that I'll do for today. Been talking about Monties for a little bit, at least during this month of October. For instance, I did a review of Shakma, which I really enjoy, about Murderous Baboon. Really enjoy that film. Of course, previously I had talked about this film, which I like. I do like Link. And now I talk about Monty Shines. Now, Monty Shines is a film that if you've seen this VHS, you remember this. Probably one of the best VHS covers out there. And that is, who'd forget that creepy guy? Creepy little guy. An experiment in fear. Sorry, the picture's not the best, but look up the VHS of Monty Shines. You're like, oh yeah, the toy Monty that has a pissed off look and has a bloody scalpel. I remember that VHS from back in the day. That was creepy. Monty Shines is a film directed by George Romero, and I will say, out of all the films he's done that's not zombie related, is my favorite George Romero film. Really, of total George Romero films, it would be in the top three. I mean, Dawn of the Dead is my favorite, and Day of the Dead and Monty Shines are up there. And Monty Shines is just one of those films that I really like the idea. I guess it's based on a novel, which I have not read. It stars as actor Jason Beatty. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Beatty. Uh, Basically, he's a person who he's an athlete, and one thing leads to another. He gets in an accident, and he's paralyzed. He's trying to just get to a point where he actually even becomes suicidal. But a friend of his, Jeffrey, played by, I thought this guy did a good job too, John Pankow, decides to help him get a helper monkey. Now, a helper monkey, I believe they actually do have these helper monkeys where they, when people are disabled, I remember they actually had this in the Simpsons episode as well, but they're trained to help the disabled. Like if you're quadriplegic or whatever, they'll help you get stuff for you, do stuff for you. That's what they're trained for. But this monkey's different because this is from his friend Jeffrey's personal stash of monkeys where he's doing these experiments where he's injecting this particular monkey, which is named Ella, with type of human brain tissue. So not just your normal helper monkey. And as time goes by, this starts to see changes not only in Jason's character, but in the monkey as well. To a point of, seems like the monkey's being very, very smart, and the lead character seems to become more and more angry. And you get an idea there's sort of a telepathic link between the helper monkey and this guy, and all of his rage and all of his anger are kind of being sort of felt by the monkey. And who knows, maybe part of that anger is from the monkey. That's where you get an idea that when he's around this monkey, this rage, just call it animal instinct, animal rage, sort of comes to the front in this character. And it's like the monkey kind of reads his mind, and if he has a bad thought, unfortunately the monkey will take that literally and go after people who slighted him, whether it was true or not. For instance, you have, and what I really enjoy about this film is, because that's pretty much the plot. Jason, the lead character, a lot of people don't like the lead character in this film. They say he's a jerk, he's an asshole, he's unlikable, but I really disagree. I guess we saw a different movie or something, because very much in the beginning, you really feel sorry for him. You know, he has lost the ability to move. He's come home and, like, he sees people look at him and he's like, oh, he looked at us. He is trying to get on with his life, but his girlfriend, played by Janine Turner, actually, who was in Cliffhanger, who would go on to be in Cliffhanger, Northern Exposure, she leaves him for his doctor, played by Stanley Tucci. Um, Seems like there's something wrong with him. What's wrong with him? Stanley Tucci's doctor didn't look hard enough, so he's pissed at him. He gets a little bit angry with his mom, who's kind of, very being nice, but also sort of being too much on him, not letting him breathe. And that's why, he gets depressed and tries to commit suicide. So you really feel bad for this character. And I thought the monkey that they got, they trained them very, very well, extremely well, I thought. And you do all these various things. I also like the idea where, because of this experiment, it's sort of like sometimes they'll leave and Jason, his character is sleeping and he'll see what through Ella's eyes. And so, like, he finds out that, the doctor could have done this, that asshole. I mean, we've all been pissed at people, but it's not like we really want them dead. So what if, you get pissed at someone and yet there's something out there that will make that happen? So Janine Turner and Stanley Tucci's house get burned down. Or cabin, what is it, house cabin, get burned down. Just because he thought of it. And this Ella did it. And that's why he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to deal with this thing. Sorry. Get that. He doesn't want to do it anymore. He wants this out of his life. And even before that, like, people say, oh, he just hates Ella, hates the monkey. No, for a good chunk of the movie, it's him really saying, oh, man, she's great, she's helping me, she's really helped me. You have a bond, like, there's this music plays and the monkey comes up and hugs him. And I thought it was really, I guess a problem some people have as well, it's a slow building movie. It's definitely a slow building film. It didn't bother me in this point. There's certain movies that bothers me, but Monkey Shines wasn't one of them. I got really interested in the story. I really liked the lead character. And again, the whole thing that the guy is an asshole, I'm like, did you not understand that? I thought I clearly stated that because this telepathic link that's going on, he's being affected by it. Like, when he's around this creature, like, when it's not around him, he's very calm, very nice, very sensible. But when the monkey's around, he's very angry. Call it animal instinct, call it animal rage, because if Ella can get into his head, how do we know that inadvertently he's getting into her head and that rage is affecting him? That's what I got out of it. I thought it was a really interesting idea, and I thought it was well shot. It's not an action film. It's not a gory film. Even though you do have a couple makeup effects by Tom Savini, but there's not really tons of gore or makeup effects. I guess there was a brain surgery scene that was cut out. So, and I know there's a picture of the lead character. It looks like, I don't know if it was a dream sequence or what it would have been. I don't know. But yeah, I didn't see in the finished product. I know Orion Pictures, I guess Orion Pictures fucked with the film, recut the film. So I don't know what George Romero's initial cut was. It would be interesting to see. Maybe it would have fleshed out and made people better understand why this character was getting so angry. Even though I understood it perfectly, but maybe it was in his cut, it was even more better explained. I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know specifically what was cut. I mean, what was recut. But I liked his relationship he gets with this girl who works with helper monkeys. Actress name is Kate Beniel. I thought she did a good job. I really liked his friend character, Jeffrey, played by John Pankow. Granted, he's the one doing the experience, but he still comes off as a cool guy, a likable guy, and yeah, you just really feel sorry for this character. And, Gray, I guess because, when his mom is just trying to help and he's saying these mean things to her, but at the same time, he's like, get out of here, get away from me, it's not safe. Like, he's still trying to say that, even though his mind's being affected by it. And, again, people start getting killed. And again, it's not a slasher film at all. It's not that kind of film at all. It's not a Monty ripping people's faces. Like Shakma is that kind of movie. So, you know, you want that kind of movie, watch Shakma, and I really enjoy Shakma. But this is more of a slower paced film, and in this instance, it didn't bother me. Because again, I like the lead character. I know I keep saying that a lot, but I want to defend this character because some people really hate this lead character, and I really disagree. It's like if he's a jerk, it's because he's being affected, and even at the end, he's trying to help people, and he's in this wheelchair, stuck in this wheelchair, and he can't do anything about it, which again made it more interesting. It was different type of story. Uh, and I thought everybody did a good job acting wise. I thought it was filmed well by George Romero. It's not trick shots or anything, but the story was the big part of this film that interested me, and the characters I really was interested in, and the premise, and the Monty Ella. I just real name was Boo. Thought was well trained, and there's some memorable scenes like the when she gets pissed and has the scalpel right in front of the lead character's face, wondering what to do next, and sort of the last half hours when things sort of go to shit. Certain people get killed. Um, he tries to get help, doesn't know what he can do, and sort of final stand between him and Ella. And I thought it was a satisfying conclusion. And I don't know what more I can say about the film Monty Shines. I mean, any problems with the film? I would like to see what if this was recut, what the initial cut was. I mean, yeah, I can say that maybe for most people it will feel that the film runs a little too long, a little too slow for their taste. And that's understandable. It's kind of like how with Link. Even though if I had to pick Monty Shines I like better than Link, I think Monty Shines had a more interesting premise. Which I guess is really kind of like the same thing where, an experiment dealing with primates or monkeys or however you want to call them, and they help out like as a servant or as a help a monkey, and things get fucked up and people get killed. But although I liked Link, I think Monty Shines handled that a little bit better. Plus, they don't have a fucking orangutan that, oh, this is a chimpanzee. I'm like, no, it's not. It's an orangutan. I'm not blind. But even though these are long films, I'll be honest. I think this film's longer, but I think it went at a better pace than Link. Although I like Link, but I thought this, I didn't feel it long. I didn't feel it boring. I'm just warning people that maybe you will, but I didn't find it boring. I thought the film did fine in building its story. Um, I really liked the lead guy. I thought the cast did a good job. You really feel sorry for this guy, and you understood a little bit of why he was pissed at people. But then it sort of ratcheted up, and even people were saying you're acting different. I don't like this side of you. Again, ever since the monkey. So if you don't say he's a jerk, blame the monkey. But I guess at the end of the day, I'm just repeating myself. I really like the story. I really like the characters, and I thought it was well done. Again, not a gory film at all. It's rated R. Maybe yes, a little bit of nudity in there, but yeah, not much gore or anything. Again, I don't know if some stuff was cut out. I know Tom Savini did some stuff like when he's doing surgery, and you see a little bit. But either way, I really like the film. I would say I'd probably put Shakma, Monty Shines, and then Link as top 3 killer Monty/ape movies, however you want to call it. But either way, thanks for watching. Take care and stay tuned for another day of reviews later.